Hello, welcome back student to design and analysis of algorithm subject. And in the last class we saw the uh, divide and conquer method, and we solved with the help of divide and conquer method binary search. And here today we are going to see what are the sorting algorithm, what is sorting, okay, and we're going to see the in place and not in place sorting, and after that we'll see the stable and not stable sorting. After that we will see the adaptive and non-adaptive sorting algorithm, and the last one is quick sort. We will solve the quick sort. We'll see the quick sort while using the divide and conquer method. Okay, so let's start sorting algorithm. What is sorting algorithm? The sorting referred to arranging data in a particular format. Okay, ascending order or descending order. Sorting is to be placed like in a sequence. Okay, sorting algorithm specify the way to arrange data in a particular order. Whatever order do you want to select, you can select and you can make in a specific the way to arrange data. Sorting. Okay, the importance of sorting lies in the fact that data searching can optimize to a very high level if data is sorted in a sorted manner. Okay, so if your data is sorted, then it will be easy for you to search the data and your time complexity will be good. Okay, and that will be optimized in very high level if the data is stored in sorted manner. Okay, sorting is also used to represent data in more readable format. So this is very important, sorting algorithm and sorting, because it has many advantage. Like if the data is arranged in a particular format, then it will be easy for searching the data, like as we have done in the previous lecture, search binary search. Whenever you are performing the binary search, your data should be in sorted order. Okay, from ascending to descending, sorry, from ascending order, from small to large. So here about the sorting algorithm. Okay, and that will be easy, that will be fast for searching the data, and that will be a readable format. Okay, and following are some of the example of sorting in real life scenario. Means we are telling that this all the things. What are the real time examples? We will see. First one, telephone directory. The telephone directory stored the telephone number of people sorted by their name so that the name can be searched easily. You can see in your mobile phone, and previously it was a telephone directory in printed format. Okay, that also very easy to find the data if the data is in sorted from A to Z. So accordingly it will be stored, and that will be easy for you to search the name, whatever the name do you want to search, if the data is sorted. Next, dictionary. The dictionary store word in alphabetic order so that searching of any word become easy. as you know, the dictionary for the meaning, if you see the dictionary, that will be in a sorted order from A to Z. So if you want to find any word, then you can easily identify with the help of uh, uh, you can easily identify like A to Z. It is sorted in A to Z, then you can easily go to any word and you can easily get the data from the dictionary. Okay, these are the real-time examples. Okay, now we'll see what is in place sorting and not in place sorting. So in the in place sorting algorithm may require some extra space for comparison and temporary storage of few data element. This algorithm do not require any extra space and sorting is set to happen in place, or for example within the array itself. This is called in place sorting. What does it mean by in place sorting? Means it does not require any extra space to sort the data. Whatever the data is available, in that only it will get the data. With the help of that much storage only it will get the data without taking any extra space. So the example for this is bubble sort is an example of in place sorting. Okay, like in the bubble sort, what will happen, they will swap the data. Okay, they will swap the data, they are not going to be use any extra array or any extra storage to sort the data. Next, not in place sorting. However, in some sorting algorithm the program required space which is more than or equal to element being sorted. Okay, some of the sorting algorithm needed to some space that will be equal or more than the element to be stored. Sorting, okay, sorting which use equal or more space is called not in place sorting. So merge sort is an example of not in place sorting. Okay, you maybe it will ask in 2 marks, in place sorting and not in place sorting. Okay, I hope you understand this. In place sorting means whatever the memory storage uh, is having, in that only it will sort. But here in the not in place, whatever the data is available in the array, maybe you need a equal number of space or more than more than whatever the spaces you have. So because of that is called a not in place, and the example for not in place is merge sort. So this is in place sorting and not in place sorting. Okay, so here now we will see the stable and not stable sorting. After in place and not in place sorting, we will see the stable and not stable sorting. If a sorting algorithm after sorting the content does not change the sequence of similar content in which they appear, it's called a sorting algorithm. It's called a stable sorting. Like see here, I have an array from 0 to 9. So 10 elements are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and I have a data 35 33 42, 10, 14, 19, 26, 44, 26, 31. So here this data is not sorted. So after sorting the data, so whatever the 26, here 26 is here and here 26. Okay, both are 26. So when you are doing sorting, here 26 and here 26. So which 26 is coming here? So the first 26 is storing the first, and second 26 is placed on the second place. So that means it is a stable sorting. That is stable sorting. It is not changing the sequence of the original content data. Whatever the original data is there, if both are same, then it is not changing the position. Who is coming first, the same thing is coming here, and who is second is placing in the second place only. Okay, this is called stable sorting. Next, unstable sorting. If a sorting algorithm, after sorting the content, change the sequence of similar content which they appear, it is called unstable sorting. Example, the same example is here. 10 elements are there from 0 to 9, 35, 33, 42, 10, 14, 19, 26, 44, 26, 31. So here you can see here this data. Okay, this 26 is coming here. Okay, and this 26 is coming here. That means whatever the order is available in the original array, after the sorting the positions are changing. Whatever the sequence is there, that is changing, because this one was the first in this array, but here it's coming after this. Okay, so this is a way, whenever it is happen like this is called unstable sorting. In the stable sorting, whatever the sequence is available in the unsorted order, the same order will follow in the sorting order. That is called stable. Whenever the order is changed in the sorted list, then that is a unstable sorting. Okay, so here table is there. Stability of an algorithm matter when we wish to maintain the sequence of original element, like in a tuple, for example. Okay, so which one will support, we need to see this. Bubble sort is in place and stable. In place means it does not require any space. Bubble sort does not require any space, and that is stable. Whatever the sequence, that will be maintained. Insertion sort in place means it also does not require any extra space, and it is also a stable. It is also a stable. Quick sort is in place. Whatever the data, whatever the array do you have, in that only it will sort the data, but it does not require any extra space. Okay, quick sort is does not require any extra space. Whatever the space it has, it will do in that. And stable, the data of the original position will change. Okay, so that means quick sort is in place but not a stable. So unstable. Okay, this one unstable sorting technique example is quick sort. Selection sort is in place. We don't need the extra space for sorting, okay, and it is unstable. The original position in the original data, after sorting the position will change. Shell sort is in place and stable. Mud sort is not in place. It needs the extra space. It needs the extra space for sorting the element. It needs the extra space, and it is stable. Whatever the sequence is there in the original elements in the original array, that will be maintained. So this is stable. Okay, so this is simple for viva question, or maybe it will tell you in the example, give some of the example of in place algorithm, then you need to give the names. Okay, and stable algorithm, what are the stable algorithm, then you need to give the names like bubble sort, insertion sort, shell sort, merge sort. These four are the stable algorithm, and quick sort, selection sort is a unstable algorithm, unstable sorting. Okay, so this is about the stable and unstable. Next, adaptive and non-adaptive sorting algorithm. What is this adaptive and non-adaptive sorting algorithm? And sorting algorithm is said to be adaptive if it takes advantage of already sorted elements in the list that is to be sorted. That is, while sorting, if the source list has some element already sorted, adaptive algorithm will take this into account and will try not to reorder them. Adaptive algorithm means whatever the element you are taking from the original data, if some of the data is, means some of the elements are already sorted in the original data, original array list, then when it is sorting, it will not reorder them. Okay, it will not reorder them. Then it will take a consider of that is sorted, then it will adapt the algorithm will take this into account and will not try to reorder them. Okay, non-adaptive algorithm. Non-adaptive algorithm is one which does not take into account the element which are already sorted. Whatever the data is sorted, it will not get in their account, means it will not consider. They try to force every single element to be reordered to confirm their sortness. So in non-adaptive algorithm is sorting algorithm, it will rearrange or again reorder to confirm their sortness. Okay, so this is, there are following algorithm of sorting: bubble sort, insertion sort, quick sort, selection sort, shell sort, merge sort. These all are the sorting technique, but you have merge sort and quick sort in your syllabus. Rest of this is not in your syllabus. So whatever the sorting technique as per your syllabus, we will going to see that. Okay, quick sort and merge sort. I hope you understand this adaptive and non-adaptive sorting algorithm. Now we'll see the quick sort. Quick sort, in the name itself, this sort is very quick and we will get the data. This technique is based on divide and conquer technique. Okay, divide and conquer strategy or method or technique, you can say anything. Quick sort is sometimes called partition exchange sort. Okay, the another name of quicksort is partition ex, exchange sort. Quicksort is also known as partition exchange sort. It is an efficient sort algorithm serving as a semantic method, sorry, systematic method for placing the elements of an array in order. Okay, it is efficient strong algorithm serving as a systematic method for placing the element of an array in order. Quicksort is comparison sort, means that it can sort item of any type of which is less than relation. Formally, a total order is defined. Okay, which is less than, we can compare which one is a smallest, which one is a largest, go and arrange and all the things. When you're going to see the example, then it will be easy for you to understand. In efficient implement, it is not a stable sort. As we saw the table here, quicksort is not a stable. Okay, implement is not a stable sort, means that the relative order of equal sort item is not preserved. Quicksort can only operate in place on an array requiring small additional algorithm amount of memory to perform the sorting. This all the points will help you for the exam to write in the exam. Okay, the easy whatever the in place we have done, stable unstable sorting. Okay, but when you frame the sentence, then it will be easy for you to understand what you are going to write in the exam. Okay, mathematical analysis of quicksort, that in average the algorithm take order of n log n. What is the time complexity of quicksort? Order of n log n comparison to sort n items. In the worst case, it makes order of n square for the comparison. Means in the mathematical analysis, when we check the time complexity of quicksort, so the average case is order of n log n and the worst case is order of n square. Quicksort is a highly efficient sorting algorithm and is based on partitioning of array of data into smaller array. Okay, so this is a quicksort, and quicksort is also known as partition exchange sort. A large array is partitioned into two arrays, one of which hold values smaller than the specified value, say pivot, based on which the partition is made, and another array hold values greater than the pivot value. Quicksort partition an array and then call itself recursively twice to store the two resulting subarray. So this is, if we have a large array, then that will be divided into two small and which hold the very small value, and at the and it say the pivot, and it will perform all the operation like greater than all the things with the help of pivot, and it will resultant of the result recursively itself, means recursively means by itself it will call and it will get the result. Okay, So let's check the algorithm, quick sort algorithm. Using pivot algorithm recursively, we end up the smaller possible partition. Each partition is then processed for quick sort. We define recursively. We define recursive algorithm for quick sort as follows. First, make the rightmost index value pivot. Okay, whatever the rightmost element you can make as pivot. Second one, step 2, partition the array using pivot value. Make a partition. Okay, partition the array using pivot value. Using the pivot value, make a partition. Then quick sort left partition recursively. Whatever the left side is there, you need to do the partition recursively, and quick sort right partition recursively by itself. Okay, first we need to make a pivot, then while using the pivot make a partition. From the partition, left partition recursively, quick sort, and quick sort right partition recursively. So this is a simple example, and we can say this is an algorithm, step by step processing. And here pseudocode, as you know, it will describe the algorithm. While seeing this, it is very difficult how much storage it will take and how much time it will take. So before implementing, we are going to write the pseudocode in such a way that it will look like similar to the program, and with the help of this we can get the space complexity and time complexity. So here, to get more into it, let's see the pseudocode for quicksort algorithm. Procedure quicksort left and right. Procedure quicksort left and right. Now we are doing left and right. If right minus left less than or equal to 0, whatever the right is there and left, if it is less than 0, then return. Means we cannot do any operation if it is 0 or less than 0. Else pivot is equals to a of right, whatever the element we have in this array, so last one will be the pivot. Partition is equals to partition function left comma right comma pivot. Okay, they are partitioning left, right and pivot. Quick sort left partition, quick sort left partition minus 1. How, when we will get the left partition? Left partition is whatever the partition is there, you should do the minus 1. Whenever we are doing the right side, you must add partition plus 1 is a right side. Okay, so whatever the partition here, whatever the pivot we are selecting from the left hand side, that all should be less than to that pivot. Okay, let's see the example here, then you can easily understand this. Here 10, 80, 30, 90, 40, 50 and 70, this is a, okay, this is a array elements, 7 array elements are there, and as per this pseudocode we are selecting the pivot. The last element of the array is 70. Okay, from the 70 we are doing the partition around 70, last element. Whatever the elements are there less than 70, that should be in the left hand side. What are the less than this? 10, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, and what are the more than 70 is 80 and 90. So right hand side is 90 80 or 80 90, no problem. If you are taking the right side is 80, so greater than 80 is placing at the right hand side. At the left hand side we don't have anything, so we will not place anything here. Okay, in place of this 80, if you write 80 and 90 here, example, so 90 you will select, so 80 will come here and the left hand side will simple like this. Okay, fine. So here in the left hand side we have the last element as a 50 and we are making partition with the help of this 50 only. So from the 50 only the left hand side, the less than 50 is 10 30 and 40, 10 30 and 40, and the right hand side we don't have anything. Okay, and here 10 30 40 we are making the 40 as a partition, and left hand side we will get 10 30 and the right hand side nothing we have. Then after that partition around 30, then it will come the left hand side is 10 and the right hand side is nothing. So this is a quick sort. Okay, we are selecting the pivot and we are getting the data. So this is a tree for understanding purpose. Okay, this is a tree example how the tree is defining the quick sort. Now here so here in the quick sort pivot algorithm, okay, so here whatever we are doing here operation, the same thing we are writing here in the steps. Based on understanding the partition of quick sort, we will now try to write an algorithm for it. First, choose the highest index value has pivot. Okay, means right hand side. Take two variables to point left and right of the list excluding pivot. So whatever the pivot we are selecting, that we are not adding in the left and right. Left point to be to the low index, whatever the things are present in the left hand side that will be the low index, and right point to the high index, highest value. And while value at left is less than pivot, move right. So here, like see here, if the pivot value this value is greater than the pivot value, so we are moving right. The value at the value at left is less than pivot, move right, and while value at right is greater than pivot, move left. Okay, so these are the things 5 and 6 step. If it is not matching, then swap the left and right, if left greater than right, greater than or equal to right, the point where they met is new pivot. So this is quick sort pivot algorithm. And here if we see the pseudocode function, partition function, left right pivot, left pointer is equals to left minus 1 and right pointer is equals to right, while true, then do while a plus plus left pointer less than pivot, do nothing, end while. Okay, while right pointer is greater than 0 and a minus minus right pointer greater than pivot, do nothing. Okay, if it is we have like this, so we should not do anything. And while if left pointer is greater than or equal to right pointer, then we need to stop. Okay, when it is cross, the left pointer is crossing the right pointer, then at place you need to stop. Else swap left pointer and right pointer. If left pointer is less than or equal to right pointer, sorry, if left pointer is less than the right pointer, then we need to do the swap. If this condition is false, then this condition will, sorry, this statement will execute. End if. Okay, so this is a pseudo code for the quick sort. And at the last, after end in the while, swap left pointer right, return left pointer. Okay, will return the left pointer, whatever the left pointer is there, that will be returned. So this is about the quick sort. And if we see the example of this, let's see this. Here it is taking the 50, 40, 20, 60, 80, 100, 45, 70, 105, 30, 90 and 70. You can make the rightmost element as a pivot or leftmost element as a pivot. Is up to you. Whatever do you want to do, you can select. So here how it is scanning from right to left, the first number visited that has value less than 50 is 30, thus exchange both of them. Okay, whatever the array we have, in that same array itself we are changing the value, we are exchanging the value. So first our pivot value was 50, so in the right hand side, which one is a lesser value? 75 is greater than 50, 90 is greater than 50, okay, and 30 is less than 50. So you need to swap. 50 is coming the place of 30 and 30 is going to the place of 50, but our pivot will not change, pivot will be same. From 50, when you are coming from right to left, scanning from left to right, the first number visited that has value greater than 50 is 60, thus exchange both of them. From right to left, when it is going 50, it is already sorted, so we no need to check this. 50, what we need to check? We need to check the greater value. So 50 is greater than 40, yes, true, no need to change. 50 greater than 20, yes, true, we no need to change. 50 greater than 60, here the condition false. 50 is lesser than 60, so we need to swap. So when we swap, 60 will go to the place of 50 and 50 will come to the place 50. The same operation we need to perform again. Whenever you are going from left to right, you need to check the smaller value. When you are coming from right to left, then you need to check the greater value. Okay, that time you need to check the greater value, and here we need to check the lesser value. Okay, next 50, we are going at the right hand side, so 50 is lesser than 60, yes, true. So 50 lesser than 105, yes, true. 50 lesser than 70, yes, true. We are not changing anything. 50 lesser than 45, this condition is false, so this should be swap here. 45 here and 50 here. So here from again we need to come from right to left. Again we need to come from right to left. So what we need to check now? From right to left, whenever you are checking, what is the next highest value of this? 50 is lesser than 80, false. So this should be exchange. So in place of 50 and 80. Okay. So till now, when we reach here, so we will get the middle value. We got the middle value. After scanning the number, 50 is placed in its proper position, and we get two sublist, sublist 1, sublist 2. Sublist 2 has greater than 50, while sublist I has value lesser than 50. The whole process is repeat for both the sublists to obtain the number 50. So in the simple words, 50 is a sorted now. Okay, 50 at the right place, and the left hand side is lesser than 50, and the right hand side is greater than 50. So only we got the sorted is 50. Okay, so now this we need to take and we need to apply the operation. Apply. After applying the same method again and again in the new list until we get the element that cannot be sorted further, the final list that we get in a sorted list in the shown below. After the final 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 90, 100, 105. This will be the final answer, and the same step whatever we are doing here, going at the right hand side and the left hand side, this have to be repeat to this element and this. We are dividing and we are solving. We are making as a partition and working out the same thing. Okay, so this is about the quick sort, and these notes I am going to be give you and you can practice. Okay, and this is also one type of example with the help of alphabet order C. So you need to check this with the help of alphabetic order. So finally we will get the result CEEGLLO, like a dictionary. First it will come alphabet C, then E, then after E is G, then L and O, as per the alphabetic order. The data is sorted. Okay, so as you know, quick sort time complexity is, average time complexity is order of n log n, n log n, and the worst is order of n square. Okay, so this is what we have seen today. Like worst case, as I told you, analyze of the quick sort. Sub power size is n minus 1, c n minus 2, c n minus 3, so on to c 0. So the time complexity is order of n square. Okay, order of n square. Best case and the average case is order of n log n. Average is also order of n log n. Okay, fine. So sorry, so the summary for the today's lecture is sorting algorithm. What we saw, what is sorting, and we saw in place sorting and not in place sorting, what is the difference between these two, and we saw the stable and non-stable, not stable sorting, and we saw the adaptive and non-adaptive sorting algorithm, and the final, the last one we saw is quick sort. So these are the thing we completed in this lecture. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next class.